Oh.
Teachers go to work. They
Oh.
don't work.
Oh, okay.
They go to a place they call work.
And deal with little snotty
And
neck.
make the kids do all the work.
That live button.
I don't care.
Ooh. Because I was about to go off.
Welcome to the 4th anniversary of Bro Talk Live. We are 2 days removed from which would have actually been the actual day 4 years ago when we decided to bring this show to the masses. Tonight we're going to be talking about, what's it called, DACA or DACA?
DACA, yeah.
DACA. Amber Rose and, sorry, not Amber Rose, Amber and 21 Savage, since they're clearly promised to each other now.
Okay.
We're also going to play a little game called JZA's Believe It or Not, which will feature a story about Matthew Knowles. And we will have a nice little anniversary special coming up a little bit later. So welcome to the show. My name is Jason, and I'm wearing a bandana in honor of this man who 4 years ago, not today, but 4 years ago, decided to embark on what has been kind of a trademark signature feature of his, which he has tried to push off in the recent memory, but I don't know why, because it was something that endeared him to all of us. So shout out to you, Dex. This is an homage of your bandana back days.
Dexter Stuckey, the bandana era is over, but I do like to see, though, that when I'm out with my friends, they all throw on bandanas now. And back in the day, when I was wearing them, they were like, oh, no, you can't wear those. And now everybody wears them. Shout out to you, Lamar. Shout out to you, Rich. Have a good day, guys.
Oh, my God. Oh, that was not planned, by the way. Also honoring Dex with a bandana of his own is none other than Madam C. I mean, sorry. Bill. Happy 4th anniversary, Bill.
You have jokes. Nothing's changed. You just
Happy
got more
anniversary.
ugly and nasty.
Do you know what today is? Dex, it's our anniversary. Bill, it's our anniversary. Ty is here in a second, and he'll get the same song sung. Huh? Damn, I ran out of syllables. Ended kind of abruptly.
I'm also wearing a bandana in homage of Dex, but it just so happens to be the flag that I carry on my back, that of Haiti. So got it on my head today.
Dex, you really feeling that answer? You like that?
I thought that was really profound.
He hated
really
it.
Good.
He shook his head real hard. He's like, yeah, I'm feeling that. All right, Bro Talk Live, we right on the mark. Let's start off talking about the serious subject of the day. Speaking of other countries, it's called DACA. And if you don't know what DACA is, I don't know what it stands for, but it's basically a bunch of, we'll explain it here in a second. Why you don't laugh at me, Bill?
Jason, why would you say that?
I mean, it's not like it's a group of people or anything that I would be offending if I didn't know what it meant. So, such is life. All right, but moving on. Senator Jeff Sessions, sorry, not Senator, Attorney General Jefferson Beauregard Sessions.
Beauregard Sessions III.
He called, that's what it's called, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA. That's what it stands for. He called that program unconstitutional and said that the federal government will no longer accept applications for DACA. However, the nation's approximately 800,000 dreamers, is what these people are called, won't be immediately affected as the program is wound down through March. And President Trump has urged Congress to come up with a legislative alternative instead of just dumping the program all for one. Some people, the We Are Here to Stay.org people released this 5 things to know about DACA. And we're going to go through 3 of them because 3 of them were very important. So if you are a part of this program, number 1, your DACA is valid until its expiration date, which means that your work permits remain valid also through its expiration date. No new DACA applications will be accepted after today, September 5th, and DACA issuances and work permits expiring between now and March 5th, 2018 must be submitted for review by October 5th, 2017. So if you have a permit that will expire between now and March 5th, you must apply for a 2-year renewal by October 5th. A lot of people were upset about it, one including former President Barack Obama, the GOAT, He wrote this lengthy Facebook post, and I've taken out some excerpts, the important parts that we can still get his point without reading all of these words for timing's sake. He said, this is about young people who grew up in America, kids who study in our schools, young adults who are starting careers, patriots who pledge allegiance to our flag. These dreamers are Americans in their hearts and in their minds in every single way but one, on paper. They were brought to this country by their parents, sometimes even as infants. They may not know a country besides ours. They may not even know a language besides English. They often have no idea they're undocumented until they apply for a job or college or a driver's license. To target these young people is wrong because they have done nothing wrong. It is self-defeating because they want to start new businesses, staff our labs, serve in our military, and otherwise contribute to the country we love, and it's cruel. What if our kid's science teacher or our friendly neighbors turns out to be a dreamer? Where are we supposed to send her? To a country she doesn't even know or remember, with a language she may not even speak? Ultimately, this is about basic decency. This is about whether we are a people who kick hopeful young strivers out of America, or whether we treat them the way we'd want to treat our own kids. It's about who we are as a people and who we want to be. So guys, what are your thoughts about the legislative decision to end this DACA program?
Dex?
I think what's most interesting to me about, like, really, to be honest with you, I didn't know that this was a thing before today. Like, I didn't know that. I mean, obviously, because it doesn't really affect me and my family and people that I know, like, personally. So, like, for me, it's just like, oh, like, what is this? And I've been doing, like, research on it today, and, like, I get it. Like, I totally understand, like, what it is, and I see the benefit of it. And I do agree with former President Barack Obama, where it's like you're snatching people from a place that they know. This is all they know. And some of these people, they're not adults. They're not your teachers or whatever. They're children in your student. They're children in your child's classroom. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like you're just gonna pull them out and just send them to a country that they don't know, and Lord only knows what they'll have to deal with there. Two things that I want to point out. Like, my biggest issue with this is that although this is not something that directly affects me right now, I see the way this administration has been moving. And I really feel like once you've done away with immigrants, because clearly there's like a red target on their backs, like once they're done, like, because there was the DACA thing and then there was the travel ban. And it's like they're being targeted right now. When you're done targeting them, like, who's next? You know what I mean? Like, do you turn to Black people then? Do you turn to, women then? Like, it's like if we don't stand up and say something about this stuff now, it's going to be a problem long term for us. And like, for me, this is me personally, and I'm not a dumb person. I know things and I read things. I didn't know about this. So just imagine what other things that I don't know about and you guys and other people out there don't know about that can be repealed or replaced or whatever that could directly affect us in the way we live our everyday lives. It's super scary. And I feel like we should all be very involved with it. And even if it doesn't directly affect you, you need to realize that there are other people out here who just don't have the opportunity to live and work the way you do. Like, people's freedoms and like their way of life is really being challenged right now.
Very well said. Bill, how do you feel about the decision to basically deport these people eventually once this whole March 5th thing is over?
Not just these people. It's 800,000 to 1 million children, number one. Number two, these 800,000 to 1 million children will contribute over the course of a decade $1 trillion to the American jobs, and to contribute over $1 trillion to economic growth in America. That is troubling. Number one, that you, as a capitalist, and I put that in quotes, as a capitalist, are willing to throw out $1 trillion, given our current circumstances with GDP and economics and money and that sort of thing. That's the first thing. The second thing is, because I actually have students who are affected by DACA, and we've had to take, in the beginning of the school year, we've had to take different professional development courses on what happens, let's say, if ICE shows to our school, or if ICE confronts us out in the parking lot, or if they're trying to snatch up one of our children. That is a scary, scary situation.
Yeah.
Because you are literally going into the places where these children feel safest, where there is supposed to be a refuge for children, where the outside world, the problems that they're going on at home, they can leave at the door. And you're shaking up their entire world. You're shaking up everything they know, and you're uprooting the only thing that they've ever known. For what? What do you gain from it? Like, what's to gain from that? It's very problematic. It's very, very, very problematic. And the other thing is, when the Dominican Republic did the same thing about a year ago, the United States government spoke out, and everybody had something to say for getting rid of people who had never known another home except the Dominican Republic, only to turn around sometime later and to be the very. I mean, you have an issue with immigrants. I can't. Like I say it every week in a joking manner in some form, but it's very, very serious that America. People need to understand that the basis of America was immigration in two ways: immigration forced and immigration like just forced upon the people that were already here. I mean, if we're going to start like putting people out that we don't think belong, how about we return Hawaii as a sovereign country? How about we return Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona to the Mexican people? And how about all the German immigrants, all those European immigrants who came here with their smallpox unwillingly, go back to where they came from?
I think another thing that really sticks out to me, this is earlier today when I was reading about it, the one thing that I saw and I'm like, wow, this is kind of crazy, is that when asked, like, why are you doing this? You know, there were no questions at the press conference. They didn't take questions, but they said the one statement they made was, you know, we can't just let everyone here because they want to be here. And like, to me, like, that's like you're doing this and you don't really have a solid reason for doing it. Like, it's that actually is insulting to me even more, because it's just like, at this point, it just seems like you're being a bully.
Right.
Yep, absolutely. And that's what, you know, they've always wanted to be. I'm not going to say who they is, but you know where I'm leading. So it's sad that it has to come down to this. If you want to help, you can help just using this same flyer that we saw earlier. They have the full information. Visit weareheretostay.org if you want to take access, or you can also go to weareheretostay.com because they own both domains because they're ready to do this. Resources to help you and your loved ones take care of yourselves in this difficult time, as well as information on what you can do to take action now. Any more comments on DACA?
Nothing. Just
all right.
Well, yeah. Just one last comment. Someone, a cousin of mine, texted me. She's watching the show, and she said, if Sheriff Arpaio could be pardoned, then these kids can be naturalized. It's not immigration that's the problem. It's racism, and people need to recognize that.
Absolutely. All right, we're gonna play a little game. It's called JZA. Believe it or not, this is not JZA Time or anything like that. It's just a way for me to present these stories.
You're just throwing yourself all over the show, huh? Like, you think we want that?
Branded, you know what I'm saying. So I want to know if you guys believe the content of these stories or not. All right, so here we go. Story number one: Amber and 21 Savage will make it to 2018. The reason I present this for you to believe or not is because a couple of days ago, BET reported that Amber Rose and 21 Savage were on the verge of a breakup. Page 6 had a story out that said that Amber was spotted out with 21 Savage at his first show in Las Vegas. And they said they didn't show much PDA, not much public affection. And they had never shied away from that in the past. So they were saying that the reason that they're going to break up is because these two people weren't all over each other in a public setting for once. To that, they decided to dispel the rumors. One by Amber Rose here, posting an Instagram video of her rubbing Young Savage's trap feet, as Boston.com correctly reported those feet to be. And also by them in the car together, singing and have a good time together. So, guys, what do you think? Will they make it to 2018? Oh, Ty, welcome to the show. Are you here, Ty?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, hello, Ty. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you.
I see.
Will they make it to 2018, Dex?
I mean, I think they'll be alive in 2018. Maybe.
You don't think they're gonna make it themselves as a couple?
I just don't know if I've ever given it that much thought.
Bill,
you're asking for a lot right now.
With her rubbing 21 Savage's feet, getting him a promise ring, and now him singing to the top of his lungs for her, will Young Savage make it to 2018 alongside Miss Amber Rose?
Is Young Savage a new person?
21 Savage?
Oh no.
Oh, 21 Savage. I thought it was Young Savage.
Well, I was
No,
just calling him
no,
Young.
no. He's going. Listen, here's how it's going to play out. He's going to want to be with her because she buying him promise rings, but she not going to be feeling him because he don't make that kind of
Is
money.
he 21? Is that why his name is 21 Savage?
We went over this 2 years ago when he was on the XXL list that we had to guess, but he was 21 when he first started rapping, so he chose that name at age 21. I feel like he's 24, 25 now.
And Amber Rose is in her 30s, and they're not gonna last that. Like, she's a 30-some-year-old woman with a baby and an ex-husband. This boy is like fresh out of college, basically. Why would they
look?
let him?
If he didn't guy from prison who was up in prison taking them pictures, Jeremy Meeks, if he could marry the heiress to Top Shop,
Why wouldn't he?
I mean, he already married.
If
I
that
he was
can
already
happen,
married.
that's dating down. That's really dating down. You
On
dating
whose
somebody
part? That's
that's
dating down on whose part?
on the girl from Top Shop.
Right. So with these
No,
two,
it's
like
not.
who's downgrading there? Like I don't get it.
He's a model for Calvin Klein.
Oh, but he was in jail 6 months ago. You're a
So-
billionaire.
And she saw his
owner of
potential.
Top Shop.
She saw.
Who cares?
No. Wait. What happened to the girl
If
that
he was in
with
jail and like that means he doesn't have any money. That means that she can have him in the house, like being like, running her errands and stuff like that while she's at work. Like the only thing he has to do is just look pretty. That's all he has to do.
Brittany
That's
did it
it.
to Kevin Federline. J-Lo did it to that little that other boy.
No, Brittany did it to Kevin Federline and then lost her mind. So no, thank you.
J-Lo did it to that other boy.
Had
What's that man's name?
Had Kevin Federline been locked
Casper
up,
Smart.
Brittany would
Yeah,
still be
Casper.
okay.
Who was Casper? Casper wasn't nothing before he met J-Lo.
And
Women
where's
date
he at
down.
now?
Older women date down all the time. So
No, they don't.
I just gave you examples.
But none of these relationships lasted.
Well,
No, not one.
And I don't want you to ever put
wanna make it to the point.
Amber Rose in the same category as J-Lo, like ever. Like, just don't do it.
Right.
So Ty, do you think it's gonna work?
No, of course not.
Not till 2018? Dang, not even to the end of the year?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they might have a good Happy New Year post, and then
Ty, like they won't even make it to the next slut walk.
But JZA, believe it or not, Harriet Tubman will be on the $20 bill. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin said on Thursday.
Mnuchin.
Mnuchin. He said on Thursday he wouldn't commit to carrying out the Obama administration's decision to put Ms. Tubman on the $20 bill, saying that he had not made a decision about the matter. Mnuchin said that the decision will be based on how to design the currency in a way that prevents counterfeiting rather than whose portrait was on the bill, saying, quote, to CNBC, ultimately, we will be looking at this issue. It's not something I'm focused on at the moment. Of course you're not. He also added that, quote, the issues of why we change it will be primarily related to what we need to do for security purposes. So will we ever see Harriet Tubman be on that $20 bill? Believe it or not.
No.
He ain't coming?
I think we
They
have,
put her black ass on there. It's not happening.
we have a better chance of seeing Frederick Trump on there.
Who's that?
Donald Trump's father.
Yes, Imperial Wizardry.
Yeah, he'll be on there.
I thought Frederick Trump was.
They're not putting her on there.
I thought Frederick Trump was a nickname for Steve Harvey. But
I think the Mother Dragons will be on the $20 bill before Harriet Tubman's face sees the light of the day. When near somebody,
She absolutely with that bone straight platinum blonde hair.
you ain't gonna put Harriet Tubman on there with some platinum blonde hair?
They not putting Harriet Tubman on a thing.
You gonna put Harriet Tubman
They
on the,
may
on the
consider
20
putting her
with some
on the penny.
platinum
They're not
blonde
putting her
hair?
on nothing.
Like a Michael Lacey. Oh my God. All right. Believe it or not, just believe it or not, Beyonce saw R. Kelly and her daddy's B-Day messages. R. Kelly decided to say happy birthday, Beyonce, and he posted a clip of him singing happy birthday to her on his Twitter page. And Father Matthew Knowles decided to say happy birthday to his daughter at this very touching video, to which he could not finish because he began crying in the middle of the video. So he said it's a beautiful morning, basically, and it's a good thing that I have you, Beyonce, and all this other stuff. Here, take a listen.
More importantly, I love you.
All right, enough.
Yeah, I just want to tell you happy birthday. So,
Do y'all remember that cartoon, Franklin?
Yeah. Hey, it's Frank. Go ahead.
I was just curious if y'all remember what he looked like.
Like Matthew knows in the face.
Y'all ever seen that movie where the man be like, "Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?"
The Master of Disguise.
The Master of Disguise. Matthew Knowles in a full weep. He needs several. Like, first
He's
of
like,
all,
he was like one of them Raisinets meant to be on the box.
a raisin in the sun. That's what he looks like.
Like them raisins with them sunglasses on. So you think Beyonce saw the messages or not?
No.
I think she saw them, but she ignored them.
Oh, I'm positive Beyonce saw those messages because
Someone showed her, and she said
she
flagged it off.
somebody showed her the Matthew Knows one because they were like, he's about to jump. You need to save his life. So I know she saw that one and probably sent somebody over to take care of him. But Beyonce, in my opinion, is the type of person who like looks up her name, like looks up the hashtags of her name.
I don't.
Like you have to be that kind of person. First off, she doesn't follow anybody else on Twitter. I mean, on Instagram. So that way, that means that she wants to make sure when stuff comes up about her, like her timeline is clear so she can see it. Like Beyonce loves herself. She's so into herself too. Like I'm positive.
Here's what I think happened, actually. I feel like they were like in the club and somebody showed Beyonce the phone like, "Yo, look at this." And like it was the video of her dad. And she was like, "Who that?" Like,
sad.
She doesn't know who that is. She doesn't know who any of those people are.
Speaking of our 4-year anniversary, Ty, do you remember when we had that argument about whether or not Beyonce should pay for Matthew's new daughter or something like that?
Vaguely.
We argued. Wait, I was a part of that?
Yes, so we were all. This is like, remember when Matthew had that daughter?
What did I say?
Other daughter? And
I remember that.
Agree that there's no way Beyonce should pay for her daughter. I know that.
Oh, okay. I was about to say because that sounds silly.
Because there's no way.
Like paper was just like make sure that she can get through college. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she had everything she needed.
It wasn't her responsibility. I'm sure that's what I said. If I didn't, I was a damn fool.
I mean, it was within 4 years, so we've grown a lot. I'm pretty sure I probably said something foolish before, but like I'm definitely not paying for nobody else's child now. Beyonce has 3 kids of her own she needs to worry about. Like she don't got time to be worrying about no brothers and sisters.
The stuff we used to say on this show, I should probably delete from the internet.
Please, if you don't mind.
Probably so that we can keep our jobs.
Don't go looking anything up, guys. All right, time for Q&A. The time when Ty can take over the show.
Actually, we have some really good questions this week. And I
didn't do them little categories though.
So much so that I'm skipping over your opinions and choosing the ones that I like the best.
Okay, girl, go ahead.
Excuse me, if you don't mind.
Which one?
The first question that we are going to explore is the one about my best friend is a liar. You can scroll down to that one. I thought it was quite good.
Best friend is a liar. Here we go.
One of the pink ones.
Yeah, we have it coming. A little bit of tape delay here on the graphics, but it is coming for you. Ty, you can just go ahead and just start reading while I just makes his way onto the front.
It says, so my best friend is a liar. I know she posts fake shit. Ooh, oh my, you made me curse. On the gram. Sorry, I messed myself up by cursing. I apologize.
Start over.
So my best friend is a liar. I know she posts fake shit on the gram to make
you cussed again?
No, this has a curse word in there.
Yeah, but I thought he didn't want to cuss, so I'll give him a chance to start.
I can read it from here because I was struggling on the phone. Where are we? I'm sorry. This is so bad. Can you edit some of it? So my best friend is a liar. I know she posts fake stuff to make like she popping and say that she at an event she isn't anywhere near. It's dumb, but it's IG, so whatever. So last week we were off to Vegas for the weekend. I booked the suite on my credit card with the agreement that she would pay me back, which is always a bad idea. It's on my credit card. Say that. So I'm not tripping. No, seriously, it's a bad idea. Like if you don't ever do that.
Awful idea. There's too many apps to share money. Like seriously.
Exactly. Okay,
absolutely.
So here comes the gag. You guys
that wasn't the gag?
That was not the gag.
Get
believe
with
or
it.
not. I asked her the day before the flight if she needs a ride to the airport, and she's like, "Nah, I'll meet you there." Long story short, she tells me she missed her flight and has to come the next day. The next day comes, and I don't hear from her, so I got worried. I'm calling around trying to figure out what's going on, and I finally call her job line, and she answers. Would you believe this bitch tells me tells me she forgot to book her plane ticket? Y'all, we had been talking about my computer fell. We have been talking about this trip every day. How you forget to book a flight when you told me you already had the flight? I'm so pissed and I want to fight her, but I want my money back. What would you do? How do you deal with a friend who lies? That was a lot.
Take that ass on Judge Judy. If you got text messages and this woman said she was going to the thing and she would pay you back if you book that hotel, you ask for that money. You say, look, girl, I'm gonna give you a couple of weeks. I'll get you till next Friday. But if you don't have my money for what you owe me for that room, it's just gonna have to be what it's gonna have to be. We're gonna go on Judge Judy. You're gonna get read by Judge Judy. You're gonna be on national TV looking embarrassed, and that's gonna be it.
It's crazy, but I think everybody has a friend who lies. I think that people just deal with it.
Not me.
I don't know. I just like it's sometimes you confront them and sometimes you don't. It's like
You're not
weird.
friends with
But something like this, like I think something like this would end our friendship. Like I'm no longer being friends with a person that does anything like this. Where
the credit card bill is gonna come. Whether Sis pays you back or not, that bill is coming.
That court summons is going to come too. Best believe.
As a matter of fact,
pretend,
not only is it coming, the bill's already printed and it's on the way.
That court summons is ready.
Like then for you to be like, oh, I'm on my flight, I'm on the way, and then like you didn't even take off work. Like that's the part. Like you had no intention of coming. Because if I call your job and you're at work and you're supposed to be in Vegas, like you didn't even take off work.
That's the part,
that's the part that really got me. Like you knew we were planning this trip and you didn't even take off work. So like, because if you did take off work and you missed your flight, like you wouldn't be like, oh, I should have missed my flight, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to work. Like you take off and anyway. So for the fact that you're at work means that you had no intention of going on this trip with me, like none. And I don't get that.
I think there's like levels to lies. Like when she says like my best friend posts fake stuff on the gram, like that's annoying, but it doesn't
it's annoying, but a lot of people do it. So okay,
yeah,
whatever.
it doesn't like kill me. Like that's like whatever. Don't lie to me about it. But like, okay, if you're lying, that's what you do. But just if you lie to me about it, we have a problem. But like to make me spend that type of money, like that's at least $500-600 that I just spent.
That is what Judge Judy is for.
But like, I mean, to be honest with you, it's got to go before Judge Judy because like I know you and you know, like we know each other. So like, why would you even pull a stunt like that? Like, I feel like people who do stuff like that, like there is no coming back from this friendship. Like
that's why you take the ass to Judge Judy. Because look, we don't have to argue. We don't in Judge Judy. There is no arguing. There is me presenting my facts. There is you presenting your facts, and that is me getting my money. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I just want my money. That's what I want.
No, if I'm out in Vegas, if it's just me and you, we both plan this trip to go to Vegas together, and I'm out there by myself looking stupid now because you decided not to go. I'm in another state by myself because my friend decided to not book her trip and so. Like no, like Judge Judy would not do enough. I want to kill you.
But like get into this. She booked a suite. Like I'm spending top dollar, and you haven't even called out of work. Looking foolish.
Because you know.
I hope this person is not from the East Coast.
Oh my God.
Like, I hope you didn't fly far as crap. Like I really hope that you flew from like
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm still out there by myself at this point.
Yeah, but like
but like me going to Vegas and y'all going to Vegas is two different things. Like
no, I disagree with that.
It's a 4-hour trip.
Because Jason, Jason, if me and you plan this trip to go to Vegas with each other, right? You put this stuff on your card and you're out there. It doesn't matter if Vegas is 20 minutes away from you. Like, you're out there now with, you spent money or whatever that you're expecting to get back, and then me the whole time, I'm just at home chilling. Like, that's not okay.
I'm gonna get it back. I mean, because I know I'm gonna get it back. Someone else would enjoy the experience, but I'm getting the money back. Period. So I would enjoy. I
mean, but like, you're expecting me to be like, you're expecting this person to be there.
They don't exist to me anymore. So I mean, might as well just move on and get somebody else to be in the room. They don't exist. It's over.
Like, I'm done. Like,
you need to get rid of her because
that's not a friend. Like,
as soon as I read those words, dead to me.
Yeah,
dead. Period.
How you think she responded when she answered the phone at work?
She probably answered the phone. Thank you for calling Sears customer service. How may I help you?
Yolanda, where is you at, girl?
She said, hold on. Let me hang up.
Wait, let me call you right back. I'm gonna call you right back. I'm gonna call you right. All right, bye.
Like, I'm gonna call you back from my personal phone. Bye. She was probably like the first number. Probably said, like, "Oh, bitch."
Can you like let us know like what happened after this? Because I'm like very curious to know.
Please let us know.
You know what's funny is we ask people to follow up with us and they never do.
Never.
Can you please be the first?
We drag them too much. Let me sit here and we laugh at their story and then we give them advice.
We want to know what happened. Like, you need to be the first person to follow up with us. We need to know how you resolve this situation.
Please,
we really need to know.
And like, what's worse is you're saying this is your best friend. Like, it's not just like, no, we're finished.
It's like one of us doing that to each other. That's terrible.
Jesus.
Next question.
Let's just do the other pink one. I thought that one's pretty good.
Dex, why you shake your head like that? Like, we're not all best friends. Like,
Dex doesn't think that we're all friends at all, let alone best friends.
Look at his mouth. Look at his mouth. You don't even know what to say. Go ahead, Ty.
I was reading the question.
Your lip was quivering.
I live like 15 minutes from Dex. I haven't seen him since.
Oh my God. Are we doing this?
I've been in an extremely satisfying relationship with my boyfriend for the past 2 years. Both our families love us as a couple. Since we moved in together 6 months ago, however, his mother insists on introducing me as her friend. Wait, did I mess something up?
Introducing me to.
To her friends and relatives as her son's fiance, even though he hasn't proposed yet. People invariably ask to see the ring, naturally. I'm shocked I have none. Or ask how he proposed. Gasp, he hasn't yet. And his mom just stands there and smiles and smiles. I have a mom. How can I get her to stop doing this? The poor man hasn't even had a chance to get down on one knee. Number one,
let me tell you something
this
about
mom
this.
is the best friend that's leaving her friend out there, and she's at work while her best friend's in Vegas.
Let me tell you what this is. This is a mother who never thought that their son could do as good as he did with this girl. So she is sitting here trying to mail it in. She's like, this is his fiance forever and a day. Don't you forget it. So she's claiming what's hers. She's basically peeing on a tree. That's what she's doing.
I think it's one of those things. Like, first off, I think it's one of those things like you, as a parent, you feel like really strong about this relationship. My girlfriend's mom actually calls me her son-in-law right now, and I didn't get on one knee or anything at all. She's been doing that like for a while, and it's like I think it's just that you just know inevitably like it's gonna happen. So it's like it's not one of those situations where it's like I need to beat around the bush or anything like that. Like, this is just what it is. Know your role. And then for these women out here saying like, oh, when did you propose? How did he do it? This and the third. Like, girl, mind your business. Like, you know, she's just saying that. Like, I mean, like, I wouldn't get bent out of shape about this at all. I would just be like, oh, well, you know, eventually it's gonna happen. Not yet, though. And then I give her the mom a little nudge or something like that, so that she knows, like, all right, relax.
I mean, she's pressuring her own son. I mean, it's not like
I don't think it's pressure. I don't see it as pressure. I think it's.
But if you say something like that and the person's not engaged, I mean, when they did that, when for instance, before I was engaged to my wife. Her parents used to call me their son, and every time they would say, "Hey, this is gonna be my future son-in-law," it would kind of like I would feel pressured to say, "Hey, maybe I need to step this up because you know everyone's waiting for me."
I mean, this is like a thing that parents do when like they really, really like the person you're dating. I know Nicole's mom used to do that to me too. Like, oh, this is Nicole's fiance, and we really weren't anything of the sort at the time. So I just think I think that's just kind of right. I think parents just do that when they really, really like the person you're dating. And I don't think they realize or are intentionally putting pressure on you. But like, you might feel pressure, especially if you don't want to marry that person at the moment. But
Ty, you have like a honeymoon glow on you. Are you pregnant?
Well, what possibility?
You are glowing from this honeymoon.
It's the light. He's sitting under the light.
yeah, I'm sitting in my room.
I'm just joking.
I am sitting under a light though.
I was about to say F you, Dex. How was your honeymoon, by the way? Was it good?
It was great, actually. I had a
Is
good
it,
time.
y'all haven't talked? Yo, like, what is this?
It's bro talk. I mean,
This is bro talk. We can talk about anything we want.
There's segments for these kind of things. Like,
We
those
talk-
kind of
we
conversations
talk
at the
about
beginning of the
Because
show.
we're real friends, and you're just on the show because you're funny.
oh, specialist. He's a specialist. He's
Oh,
a
cool.
show specialist.
Don't ever forget it.
Oh, stop it. Bill, you think, how would you feel if someone kept saying that? Like if you was dating a girl and her mom kept saying, oh, this is her fiance.
What's interesting is I think I can attest to that with I guess all of us. I don't have the issue. We don't have that. Like I don't have a problem speaking out. I don't have a problem speaking out when I'm put into a category I'm not comfortable with. So
if
like,
she was to say that, what would you say?
Not yet. Thank you.
Oh, that's kind of rude. Don't you think that's rude?
No, what's rude is you lying and telling people what I'm something I'm not.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Dex, do you think what Bill said was a little rude, or is that just me?
I don't necessarily think it was like rude, but I get where he's coming from, where it's just like, let me correct you real quick. Because like you were saying, like there sometimes could be a little bit of pressure. And I think with females, it might be like what Will said, I think is a really
women.
Girl, I think like what Will said is really good from that perspective of like a female, because it's different.
Women.
Like,
we cannot say female. Women.
She was saying women. Why are you
Why?
Women. We can't.
I didn't know that was
a role that saying females is rude.
Females
What,
is
what,
very rude.
what? Like I cannot with these like y'all like
It's rude.
like who wrote this book of 2017 where stuff is if you're a girl and you're offended by being called a female,
You
I
wouldn't
know
call
some
a man
men
a
out there who
male.
change
When have you ever
themselves,
said
and they're
male?
okay with being called
When
a
have you ever
female.
said male?
Male? What's wrong with male?
You never say, "Oh, this male." You don't say that. You say this man. Like you say
Oh
stuff.
my God!
Words
Is
mean
this a thing?
Female is a gender. Like, come on, she's a woman.
Okay, well, like I think
Woman is a gender too. Wait a minute.
I just like well, like don't even try it. Like
I think if women are offended by it and they kindly ask you to refer to them as women, then I don't see why it's causing you any harm.
I've never had that happen to me before. That's what's causing me harm. I've never heard this.
I literally hear all the time that women think it's extremely rude for them, like, oh, females.
Thank you.
Usually, like,
I'm
really
with you.
dirty guys use that term and like misogynist and things like that. Yeah, that's what you usually hear. So I'm just
saying that I wasn't trying to I was just trying to coach you into better habits.
Please advise.
so that one day you can be that fiance you always wanted to be.
But anyway, I think what Will said is a really good approach for women. Like how he said them. I think women should not should, but I think women will be more adaptive to that, because like with males, I don't think a lot of times it's hard to be like. Wait, now what did I do?
With men,
You did it on purpose.
Advise.
You get on my nerves so much.
As per our last conversation, please advise.
You're so annoying. You're so
I'm moving on. Leave me alone.
listen, but what I do advise is that you, since you guys do seem really close, I will just talk to mom, mother-in-law, or whatever she is to you at this moment, about how you feel about that. And I think that she would not do that if you asked her not to do that.
Yeah. One thing I learned, whether they mean to or whether they don't mean to, people will treat you how you allow them to treat you. And oftentimes we have to train people how to treat us. So I'm not saying like be rude, but if you feel uncomfortable, say like, listen, this makes me uncomfortable. Please don't do it.
All right. Ty, where can they submit their questions?
Don't. We're done. We're retired. No, I'm kidding. Next question is brotalklive.com. If we did not get to your question, there's a possibility that we will. You'll see your question up next week, so please stay tuned.
All right. Dex, that was golden. Thank you for that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'm sure the female.
Yo, ghetto, mad. Got corrected in public. Time for JZA Time. And JZA Time today is going to celebrate the 4-year anniversary of Bro Talk Live. This is where we come from, guys. Look at all the previous logos we've had. Isn't that beautiful?
Ugly.
Does anyone have that Bro Talk shirt? I still have that somewhere.
I do
Yeah, we
too.
still got it. We need to make some
I
new
just can't
merchandise.
fit it.
I
We
can't
need
fit
some new
mine.
ones.
I cannot fit it, but I have it.
Oh, seems like we've all
Thanks be to
blown up
God,
a
I
little
can still fit mine.
bit. One of a state snatch. What was your
One
favorite
of us.
logo? I think my favorite's the last one, of course.
No, I like the one with the bro talking green and then like the T.
Yeah,
I like that one the most.
I think my favorite is the hashtag BTL.
That just makes me think of a sandwich. See, that's why I can't fit the damn shirt. That makes me think of a sandwich.
All right, so we're going to play a game, trivia. What was the subject of our first topic on Bro Talk Live?
Hey, Drake.
Jaden Smith.
The choices are Drake, Miley Cyrus, Gucci Mane, or Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith.
I think it's Drake. Hey.
Miley Cyrus.
So we have an A, B, and a D.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know what? Actually, might be Miley Cyrus because we did this in 2013, and I think that's right after
Let's
she
get
did
it.
the VMAs.
Yeah, that was exactly it. Right after the VMAs, when she acted herself a fool on that stage, grinding up on Robin Thicke, ruining marriages.
And how can we
and the like.
that you're giving us the right answer?
You're welcome. You said, how can you trust us? You look back on the shows.
No,
They're all archived. They're all on the internet.
But did you hear that knowledge from? Okay, never mind. Like I'm just okay.
You spit it off. That was pretty slick. Who was our first guest on the show?
Steve, be free to premiere her
Jameer
video.
Pecan,
Yes, it was.
B. Karima,
Be Free.
C. Be Free, or D.
Yeah,
DL.
we're gonna go with Be Free.
Oh, you guys
Yeah,
have a great
premiere video,
memory. Look at
9
you
to
guys.
5.
I can't work no 9 to 5. Good job, guys. I'm surprised you remember that. Who won the best black sitcom challenge? Was it My Wife and Kids, The Cosby Show, Martin, or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
C. Martin.
I want to say Martin.
Well,
I
I
want
should
to
have won if it didn't.
I want to say Martin too.
It did not win. It was The Cosby Show that won.
Cosby Show, really?
Yeah, Cosby Show won.
Oh, because
How long
that's
ago
when I
was
was
this?
back on my
Years
side.
ago.
I probably was arguing with y'all, trying to me.
Yeah, because
Today I will pick Martin.
you was talking about the Bill Cosby interview and
Yeah,
making
you know how I was back in the day.
Back in the day, that was like 2 shows ago.
How long is our longest episode? Is the episode titled 100 Black Prostitutes? Episode titled How Did That
What?
Happen? The episode titled Cisco de Mayo, or the episode 11 Hip Hop China?
Absolutely Cisco de Mayo.
I
'cause
think-
we were all worn
I
out.
think Cisco they might because we was probably drunk.
Drunk as a boot.
We actually had. I don't know what the 100 Black Prostitutes was even. I don't even remember what that episode was about. Why did I title it that? Does anyone remember?
Because you're
No.
stunty, that's
I
why.
think it was that pastor who was sticking his face in people's butts. Was it that one?
Because that was just a BS report.
That was a BS report.
Oh, I don't know why that's called that then.
I have to go back and figure out why I named it that. It has to be for a reason. No idea why at this point. So you guys are saying C, Cisco de Mayo?
Mm-hmm.
You're incorrect. The longest episode that we had was 1 hour and 37 minutes, 27
Good
seconds.
God.
What's China? Oh, Black China?
Yep, 11 Hip Hop China. And that was when Black China was, I guess, had
Oh, we
something,
were probably going through a list of all the guys you've been with. I'm sure that takes a
Yeah.
while.
something like that. I'm sure it takes a while.
Oh God.
It took 1 hour and 37 minutes. 97 minutes.
It takes her less time to find a new victim.
But what is our most viewed clip? Is it the
I
Ravens
know.
Nation name issue, the Wendy Williams put sons on blast, trans Jesus, or Beyonce being pregnant at
Jesus.
Coachella?
Trans Jesus.
Yeah, remember you went off about that
No,
person
that
saying
was-
that Jesus was a transgender?
Oh, I'm always going on about something. A,
I think-
Raven Simone.
I think it's B. Wendy Williams puts her son on blast. Actually, I know that it's Wendy Williams because for Facebook it's probably the Raven Simone thing, but like YouTube, it's that Wendy Williams puts her son on blast. That one got like a lot of hits.
Oh, did you check versus?
No, I just know.
I was asking Jason. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I have the stats and everything. So
It's
Like, did you
Raven
check?
Simone.
Oh,
It's the Raven
on this-
Simone name issue.
would you say, Ty?
Like, so on, he said on Facebook it's 1, but on
I'm just talking about overall. So whichever one's the highest number.
oh, okay.
So
I'm
Ty,
going
which
with
one do
A.
you pick?
I went with A already.
All right, so
Y'all
your
wrong.
guys are going with. He said, "Oh, y'all right." Dex is very confident because he's right. It was Wendy Williams. 74,000 people watched that Wendy
And
Williams.
that ain't no
clip.
Photoshop. Okay.
There ain't no Photoshop
Okay.
on YouTube.
Really?
Dex, you are probably the all-time leader in winners at JZA Time.
Actually, we're tied at this stage for this
That's why
game.
you the jizz on him.
Oh, what in the insecure?
Right. Good Lord. And that's why Dex always gets the primetime billing of the show. And it's time for Dex's BS Report.
All right. There is a young man by the name of Anthony Dwight who is just,
Why do you pronounce the D in Dwight?
well, that's his last name.
Like it's
Anthony Dwight,
French.
he's actually suing his family. He's very pissed off because
Dwight.
he's upset with his
Red
family because
lips.
they cursed him with being born white. So he's saying that, like, you know, he
Oh,
would
that's
get
why
the
his name is Dwight.
Anthony
Dwight.
Dwight. So he gets in the shower and tries to scrub his skin, but he's not able to get the white skin off of him. His parents have been worried about him for quite some time. They didn't know what would happen next, but now he's actually decided to sue them. His lawyer said, because my client did not choose to live this kind of life, why would he have to carry the burdens of 100 years of slavery and racism, all because his parents had this selfish desire to bring another white child into this world? He's suing them, and we'll see. We will follow this story for you to see if this young man
That's the dumbest thing.
gets paid. You know.
We're not
I have a
following
question.
him. You'll never hear from the story again.
On that story, Dex.
Mm-hmm.
Can you forward me that lawyer's name so I can sue America for making me black? For me being born black and having a deal? Like, see if I can get me some money out of this.
And other BS reports, and you guys, you know, BS reports, like they're stories that we find over the internet. My team and I, we find over the internet, and like maybe they're believable.
My team and I.
Maybe the stories are believable, but and maybe some people don't. But I can tell you these stories are pretty accurate. So anyway, with that being said, R&B singer Beyonce is 36 years old. In other stories for BS reports,
Don't you ever in your
Don't
life,
you, let me tell you something.
you
Yesterday was a
nasty,
national
herpy
holiday
lips
to celebrate
boy.
her birthday, and you will enjoy every moment of it.
Don't you dare in your life ever, as William would say, in your filthy life.
I'm saved now. I don't say those kinds of things.
all right. So then there's also, so apparently when you adopt a rooster, when a rooster or a chicken is a baby, it's unknown what the sex is, and you don't know their sex until they either cock-a-doodle-doo, which makes them a rooster, or they lay an egg, which makes them a chicken. So a woman named Darcy Smith, who adopted a 4-month-old chicken, who she named affectionately Funky Chicken, she decided, like, I'm going to do a gender reveal party for this chicken because nobody knows what the sex of the chicken is. So now I'm going to do a big party. And she Facebook Live the party. She got over 1 million views on her Facebook Live to do the chicken gender reveal. Funky Chicken actually released a statement prior to the gender reveal, which read,
What?
"The house is decorated for my special day tomorrow. I'm excited and nervous about my gender reveal party. This is such a big and huge capital letters, big day for me, that it's hard not to think about how I got here. The last 3.5 months have been crazy. I would never have guessed that I would end up where I am, in a loving home with a family who cherishes me. Life is amazing. Just remember that you never need to know what good is in store. You never know what good is in store. So always keep your head up and keep on shining. See you all tomorrow, Funky Chicken." It has been revealed that Funky Chicken is actually a male, and the family and other chickens actually dined on cupcakes with blue frosting in the inside of it. And that has been Dex's BS report for the week.
If that chicken gets famous, I want her to know that PETA is going to manage
I was
the
about to say
account.
PETA is ready for their check. Okay, they can take your Instagram pictures and manage that career. Thanks, Dex, for the BS report. We appreciate it.
No problem.
Time for seats. Bill.
I just don't understand a gender reveal party for a rooster.
No. Oh, yeah, that's a rooster. Yeah. It's a rooster named Funky Chicken. Get into that. Now they might have to have a never mind.
That's enough.
They can have a barbecue after that gender reveal.
That's what they should have had.
Oh,
Sorry, Peter.
On up.
that's terrible.
That's life. Life is
A
terrible.
barbecue?
Then you die.
I don't eat meat.
Yeah, chicken fry.
Okay, Peter. I don't know. Like today was such a hectic day. You know what? Actually, I'm going to forego my seat because I can't give that on air. I had to think about it.
I can get mine
Can't
on
give my
air.
seat.
I can get mine.
Actually, I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. So this past weekend, I attended Made in America. First off, I'm getting a seat to the city of Philadelphia. Would you believe? So it rained during the festival, right? And the festival's outside. I understand that. Would you believe that Philadelphia, with all the money that they make from this concert, they don't put any type of nothing on the ground. So you're walking down there with muddy shoes. Like it's just you're walking and trampling around in mud, which is disgusting.
Which you thought they was going to tarp the whole park?
I mean, at least for the main stages or in front of the stages, I feel like you should have, and they did not. Like it was disgusting, and like they need to be seated for that. And also, people who are out there.
Did you use your Bro Talk card or did you use your other work card?
Goodness, child, like relax.
I just don't know how far this can take me. Like that's what I want to know. I'm just interested. You tell me after the show. It's fine. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you. So people out there sliding around in the mud, sniffing mollies in the mud, and I'm just like,
mollies in the mud.
You sniffed mollies? I thought you popped them.
So for me, I'm just like,
you can crush it up, you can sniff it.
So then we're leaving out from the second night or whatever after Jay-Z had performed, and we hear people saying like, "Oh my God, there's Meek Mill, there's Meek Mill." So Meek Mill pulls up in his car. It was like a Porsche. It's a really nice car. He pulls up, his windows down or whatever. So he wanted people to recognize him. So then they were like, "Oh, it's Meek Mill, it's Meek Mill," and then he started to speed off and like almost, in my opinion, like he wanted people to chase him. Like
I thought you was gonna say he started rapping out the window of the car.
It was like one of those things like you could tell people want to be seen, so they do things to be seen. But then when people start to recognize him, he sped off. I legit think he wanted people to chase him.
Oh, of course he did. It's Philly. He thought that saying his people would recognize him, and they didn't.
I mean, he did just get off the stage. He killed it on stage with Jay-Z. The performance was amazing or whatever. More so because of what Jay-Z did. But I mean, we've heard this Meek Mill song a million times, but it was great. But just that stunt that he pulled afterwards, that was a bit much for me. And then my final seat is going to go to Mad Max. So over the weekend, I went out to dinner with the team to Mad Max, and we ordered wings. Would you believe? And I'm going to post a picture of this on my Twitter page. The wings at Mad Max, they shrunk those wings to like nothing. It's like I'm paying you for like just a little piece of a bone. Like this is a joke. And we asked the woman like, "What's going on with these wings?" She said, "Oh, we have a new manufacturer." No, Mad Max, look, y'all got to be seated and get some real wings in there because we're not having that. Find funky chicken if you need to.
Okay. But they like pigeon wings?
Yes, they were like babies.
Like little baby birds?
Yes. Like those birds Jason threw off his roof. That's what they were.
Probably organic chicken wings.
I don't go to Mad Max.
The ones Jason threw off the roof. Dex.
I did not throw no chickens off the roof.
The ones he threw off the roof.
The one Jason murdered, you guys can say it. Murdered.
Yeah.
He's a monster. A thug.
Sociopath. My seat's gonna go to the sociopath that decided to steal my mother effing car sometime between Friday night at 5:30 p.m. and Sunday morning at 9 a.m. My car is currently in Bakersfield, California. I live in Los Angeles County. It is not the same county. I can tell you that much. It's about 7-8 miles northeast of here. And yeah, so thank you for stealing my car. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope that you left it in good condition. I wish that you would
put some gas in there too.
I know.
You knew they ain't putting no gas in there.
I really wish that you were arrested or something like that so I can know who you are so I could actually get on Judge Judy because that is my life's dream personally. And I just hope that you decide to do something that allows me to see you in the future. So yeah, thanks for stealing my car, and you've ruined, which was supposed to be a glorious weekend with me announcing the pending birth of my baby, and now you've ruined it by stealing my car. Thank you very much.
Oh, but you will rue the day you stole that car. I can guarantee you that much.
That's right.
They're not going to look for the person, are they?
I don't know if they found the person or not. The cop just called me and said your car has been recovered, but they did not say that whether or not they arrested anyone.
I think once they
I
found
should have. I feel like I should have. I was just shocked that they found the car. I feel like I should have asked that question. Maybe I can call back. You think they would tell me?
found out they were unruly white teenagers and decided they're not going to
I
arrest.
guarantee you. I live right down the street from a high school.
Thugs,
So I'm
rap
sure
stallions.
it was an unruly teenager. They just wanted to do a road trip. So whatever. So that's my seat. Anyone else have a seat? No? All right. Thanks, guys. Don't forget, like the show, this episode. We got a dislike last episode for some reason. I don't know why.
We on our way.
It was hating. Don't forget, subscribe, tell a friend, and comment about the show. So yeah, give us likes so we can stop the haters. We're trying to take over our page. This has been another edition of Bro Talk Live. Do you guys have any special announcements to give to the folks?
Actually, I'll be preaching this Sunday at 1915 North 21st Street for 11 a.m. service. You all can
In
catch
Philadelphia.
me there. Philadelphia,
I might know that address.
PA. You do know that address. It's Spinkett Tabernacle. So if you're available, come on out.
Say it one more time for the folks listening on the podcast.
I will, if you're in the Philadelphia region, I will be preaching for 11 a.m. service at 1915 North 21st Street in Philadelphia. So come on out and enjoy God with us.
Can you tell us the title of your sermon yet, or no?
I can't tell you the title of it because I haven't titled it, but I will be talking about the God of Fire.
He's doing this on September 10th. If you guys are listening at any point beyond that.
Thank you, Dex.
Okay.
What? Oh, never mind. I won't ask any more questions.
Ty, do you have something to tell people?
No,
A
I
book in
don't.
the works or something like that? What you doing? No. Dex, is the summer concert tour over?
Yeah, the summer concert tour is over. Thank you guys so much for the people who showed us love on Twitter and
a lot of love, especially with that Jay-Z post. Good for you,
no,
Dex.
not just with the Jay-Z one. Like we had a lot of love on the Jay-Z one, a lot on the Shanti and Ja Rule one, and a lot on the John Legend.
No, I was talking about just this week.
Oh, because like you were acting like the other ones didn't do numbers too.
No, they all did numbers. I'm just saying, especially this week on the Jay-Z one. I'm sorry.
And we really do appreciate that.
Yeah, we really do. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Bro Talk Live. This has been another edition. We will leave you with Dex's smiling face. And this has been another edition of Bro Talk Live. We will see you next week. We out.